Welcome to Marvelicious Toys. We bring you news and reviews of Marvel toys, statues, and more. Because not all Marvel collections can be bagged and boarded. They're not just toys, they're Marvelicious.
My Egg Attack arrived just after Easter.
Hey, good timing.
The Easter Bunny brought it.
I know I've talked about this on the show before, but you ever have that moment where you're in a big convention hall and you see something and go, oh, that looks good. And then you get it home and you're like, holy crap, it's big.
Helicarrier 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
4 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dang. I will say, even seeing these under the big lights of the convention center and on a shelf with other stuff, that box even looked pretty big at the convention center, Arnie.
Apparently not to Arnie.
I didn't want to carry it through the convention center, I'll put it that way, but I didn't realize this was going to be a 4-foot-long box.
That is crazy for Egg Attack-sized characters.
Getting this home, though, absolutely no regrets about my purchase. This thing, it's different than what I expected to think of it when I bought it. I bought it because I'm like, oh, it's Hulk and Hulkbuster, and they're kind of cute, and there's Veronica in the background, and it's a whole diorama. But getting it, I got it home, and I'm like, well, as I'm unpacking, I'm like, it's a statue. It's like any other statue. And I set it up, and yeah, they're kind of deformed in shape to be that Egg Attack kind of style. But my God, this is a high-end, high-quality statue set. I couldn't believe the detail in the sculpting, the detail in the paint apps. I mean, Hulk, you wouldn't think this on a super deformed kind of cutesy Hulk, but they put like the hairlines in his eyebrows and veins on his muscles.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they went as far as to give him skin tone, you know? I mean, he's got the different shades of green going on.
And they gave him frosted tips in his hair. I didn't know he had cool guy tips.
Hey, all right. This is going to the beach, Hulk.
Yeah, I was just really impressed. And with the Hulkbuster, the metallic sheen on the paint is every bit as good as any Hot Toy or any Sideshow statue I've gotten. And in fact, there's no flaws in it that I can spot with my eye. Just the sculpting of the servos, the dirt speckle on the feet, the metallic gold paint. And I didn't even know when I bought this, or I didn't remember. I mean, I had researched this before. I had forgotten that it had like 13 whole bright LEDs on that Hulkbuster. And that thing shines with a bright white light that's amazing.
Are these things little statues, or do you have to put them together?
Well, they're statues just like any other kind, and they sell the Hulkbuster separately. So you can buy just the Hulkbuster or the Hulk versus Hulkbuster set. And Hulkbuster, because he's got the lights, has a dome on his head that's magnetic, and you can snap it into place, and that's where the power switch for the lights is under. And then the arms, because of his position, they don't ship on him. You just kind of slide those into place.
Okay.
But it is a statue. This is not... Egg Attack makes a action figure line that is cheaper, and then a statue line that's more expensive. And these are statues. There's no posability, no playability. You put it together and you set it there. But they have this ingenious little thing. They have a... You know, like in some people's yards, they have stones, and if you pick the right one, a key's inside.
Yeah.
They have a similar thing going on here. There's some rubble around Hulkbuster's feet, but one of those stones is a fake stone that you can lift up. So if you buy Hulkbuster alone, you just have that rock there. But if you buy this set, you bring it up, there's a little hole in there, and that's where you can stick Veronica's post and have Veronica in the background.
Oh, cool. So you don't have a base that just has a hole sticking out of it. You can cover it up.
Yeah.
I love that you refer to it as a fake stone, like the rest of them are real.
They're not?
That's a pretty cool little idea. That shows a company thinking through all aspects of their product.
Yeah, and they've just got a little debris you put there, like a car door and a car tire, and I put that extra stone there. And it's almost like two completely separate statues. They have the same edition number on the bottom of the two bases, but it's like you get a Hulk statue and a Hulkbuster statue that just fit together really well. And they've got the two, fist pounding there. And I was surprised at just the dynamic energy of the piece and the craftsmanship of the piece. I ended up walking away like, damn, this is a good statue, and almost forgetting that it's kind of a super deformed look.
I love that Hulk has this very strange Brillo pad hair. It looks like he's in some sort of motion because his hair is really tall too, when he's jumping up and down or something.
Yeah, I definitely dig the look of the Hulkbuster, but I don't think I can get over how silly looking Hulk is. Because he's approaching cute, but not quite there, because look at his back. It's just full of muscles like a bodybuilder, and he's built like a bodybuilder, but then squashed down, but his head didn't shrink. It's kind of freaky.
What he looks like, have you ever seen that little 6-year-old that can bench 300 pounds?
Yes.
It's really creepy. That's what he looks like.
Your body hasn't finished growing into the size of your head yet, but you've already developed it into this huge muscular thing.
I just found it a cool style, but you're right. I was getting lost in the coolness of the musculature and kind of losing some of the super deformedness. The Hulkbuster, here's the thing, being armor, is it super deformed? Is it Hulkbuster? It's a little bit of a squat. It's I guess the Hulkbuster that comes to your door on Halloween, but...
Yeah, the head is much bigger than a normal sized one or a non-deformed style one. But if somebody didn't know what they were looking at, they wouldn't look at that and think, hey, that's a deformed, stylized toy when you're talking about the Hulkbuster. Hulk, on the other hand, being a human, somebody looking at it and be like, whoa, what's wrong with Hulk?
Well, I think that's the whole Egg Attack style, is the body is perfectly proportional, the head is huge. And it was weird, the mail that came this week, because unbeknownst to me, Marjorie surprised me with another Hulkbuster set.
Well, we saw the Cos Babies at Midtown Comics, and you fell in love with them. And then they were sold out, and they were sold out everywhere, and they were ridiculously priced on eBay. And I happened to stumble across them on Big Bad Toy Store last week. Actually, at the beginning of this week, I think. And I ordered them, and they arrived as well. So you had quite a hulking week.
Hulktastic.
And it's a very different style of thing here when you're comparing Cos Babies to Egg Attacks. In theory, I think you're kind of stepping on the same toes in that they're both kind of a super deformed thing. But Cos Baby is definitely playing up the cute, whereas I think Egg Attack is kind of playing up the cool.
I have been on the fence with Cos Babies. I was a little bit scared of them after we saw them last year at Comic-Con in the Sideshow booth because they had them on display and I didn't realize their heads bobbled. And because of all the people walking and everything, there were 20 things bobbling at me and I just couldn't take it. And I can't do bobbleheads. No. With all those ones just shaking their heads at me, it freaked me out. And I'm a sucker for anything Captain America, and I had to pass on the Captain America Cos Baby. Something about it, I'm just like, no, don't need it. And then I see this Hulk, and I'm like, oh my god, he's so cute. I want to give him a hug. Because he's adorable. He's just so cute. His face is great. The other faces, not so much.
See, the Hulk versus Hulkbuster set, they sold a Hulkbuster, and they sold a Hulk, and they sold an Iron Man Mark 43. But in this set, you got the battle-damaged Mark 43. And it actually does go inside the Hulkbuster.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy that they would do that in this scale, because it's not necessarily necessary to do that, but I suppose it's a neat little touch.
It is really cute, though.
Now, these are also statues. There's no articulation outside of the bobbleheads on the Iron Man Mark 43 and Hulk, and the opening head on Hulkbuster. But you can't pose them in any way other than how they are with their arms kind of down at their side. So you can't get a, big battle pose between Hulk and Hulkbuster.
Nah, they can look around. They can stand there looking at each other like, are we going to do this? All right, let's do this. You make the first move, buddy.
Hulk almost looks like he's doing some kind of pelvic thrust with his fist down there.
Just give him a shake weight in the other hand.
No.
Yeah, he totally does.
I'll give him this, though. The Hulk, even though he's technically a bobblehead, there is a spring under there. They have intentionally put that head down so far on the body, there's no bobble.
Well, that's good.
It does not move.
So they followed the rules, apparently, that needed to be followed to make it a bobblehead, but restricted the bobbling.
The Iron Man Mark 43, however, bobbles like a madman. And we had passed on the other ones. I think I was drawing me to this set as the chunky Cos babies of Hulk and Hulkbuster. And I'm really glad we skipped the others because this is my first time ever being able to touch a Cos baby with the Mark 43. Their feet are so tiny and their head's so big, they're top heavy, and he falls a lot.
Huh.
And I went looking at the others. I'm like, well, do the others come with some kind of stand? There's no peg hole on the bottom of this one's feet, but he was really intended to go inside of a Hulkbuster anyway. So I thought maybe he was a special case. But no, it does not look like there's any stands that come with the other Cos babies. You just need some like Quake hold or some poster putty to stop them from falling, I guess.
And it looks like there's very little, if any, sculpting on these Cos baby bodies. You know, it looks like the Iron Man's armor is just painted on with lines, and his arc reactor might be a separate piece.
Yeah, the arc reactor is, but on the Mark 43, that was the only disappointing thing about all of the set. I love how they look. I love their cute style. I love the Hot Toys paint job. Except for his arc reactor, I kept trying to peel it off, thinking that was like a felt decal that was there to protect the arc reactor. No, they just painted it this weird off-white kind of texture that looks like a cotton ball.
Weird. But no, I can see why somebody who might not be into the Cos babies getting into this set, because you're right, the Hulkbuster and the Hulk don't necessarily follow the rules of the line set forth by the smaller characters, but they still feel of the line.
Yes, exactly. So I'm really happy with this set, and thank you, Marjorie, for the Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah, sorry it's a little late, but this was actually really hard to get.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Marvelicious Toys with more collecting news and reviews at marvelicioustoys.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, make mine Marvelicious.